Hi, welcome back to our channel. This is Teacher Cedric. Let us continue with our series on PSLE problem sums with internet memes. And today we're going to talk about the topic, the idea of constant total. But before that, let me just point out that make sure you stay until the end of this video to see how you can complete some practice to get prizes at our school. Are you ready? Let's jump straight into the example. So the cards owned by Hilton and Sam are in the ratio of 8-7. Now if Hilton received 4 cards from Sam, the new ratio will be 3-2. Now how many cards does Hilton have in the beginning? So this is a very PSLE-like questions. Let's first write out the non-information. So we know the ratio of Hilton to Sam is in the ratio of 8:7 in the beginning. Now what happened next? If Hilton received 4 cards from Sam, so this means that Hilton will receive 4 more cards while Sam will have a decrease of 4 cards because that's what given to Hilton. And then at the end of the day, we have 3-2. Now let me just pause right here and ask these questions. This 4 and this 4 over here, these 2 4 over here are 4 cards. But this 8 and this 7, does that mean that Hilton have 8 cards and Sam would have 7 cards? Well, the answer is no. The 8 and 7 over here are just the units. So we don't know how many to be exact, and that's why we have to solve these questions. So now we have 8 units and 7 units. What would be the best way we can visualize what's going on? And you got it correct. We just simply draw the model. So over here for Hilton, I have 8 units, and for Sam, I have 7 units. And for this ratio over here, how am I going to draw it out? So that's the questions, right? Because we know I have 8 units over here, I have 7 units over here in the beginning, but then at the end of the day, it becomes 3-2. So do I just draw out 3 units here and 2 units here? Well, does that make sense? That doesn't. So we struggle trying to draw the model for the second ratio. So what can we do here? Well, let's go through this process one more time. So in the beginning, Hilton would have 8 units and then Sam would have 7 units. So that's in total of how many units? Well, you got it right. That is a total of 18 units over here. But then at the end of the day, how many units do I have over here? Well, 3 plus 2, that is 5. So straight away, we can feel like something must be wrong. Beginning, I have 15 units, but at the end of the day, I only have 5 units. So what's wrong here? Well, we see that because Hilton gave some cards, or received some cards from Sam, would the total amount of the units change? It shouldn't. Which means that at the end of the day, it should also be 15 units. But I can't just make it 15. When I multiply it by 3, then each of this number in the ratio would also have to multiply by 3. So then now it becomes 9 and 6. So from here we can see that beginning 15 units, at the end of the day 15 units. So then we can draw out the model. So 9 and 6, I'll simply draw out 9 units and then 6 units. So from here we can very obviously see that this missing unit over here by Sam goes to Hilton, right? 1 more unit extra. And how many cards does this correspond to? That would be exactly 4 cards that Hilton received from Sam. And now I know 1 unit is 4 cards, so how many cards does Hilton have in the beginning? Well, that adds up to a total of 8 units, so I simply take 8 times 4 to get 32 cards. And that solves this problem over here. So the next time, whenever you see a ratio word problems, where beginning we have some ratio and then at the end we have some ratio, and if the units are not consistent, then what you have to do is that you will have to find the constant quantity throughout this process to try to unify the unit. Just like this over here, return a total of 5 by multiplying 3 to get 15. So then it matches. So from here, let me just summarize what we have just learned into a quick meme. So we've all seen this meme before. We have Batman, we have Iron Man, and they're throwing money to each other because they're both so rich. But Throughout this process, we can see that Iron Man gives some money to Batman, Batman gives some money to Iron Man. The total amount of money between them would always be the same. So internal transfer, total is constant. So this is the first constant quantity that will help us solve a ratio changing problem. So now, if you fully understood this, I encourage you to challenge yourself these questions, which is from Marie Stella High School primary department, which is one of the questions from them. So I will read through the questions, I'll leave these to you. And how do you get the prize with these questions is that if you can put your solution as well as the final answer in the comment sections, then if you got it right, then you'll be able to collect 2 reward cards from our school with the following address, and this is the cards. And with these cards, with enough of these cards, then you will be able to redeem some prizes at our school. So I'm looking forward to see you at our school. And finally, if you'd like to learn more about this PSLE preparation and PSLE math in general, make sure you join our PSLE study group for more information. Now that's it for today. I'm Teacher Cedric, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.